Good morning, students. This is the first video of the chapter Colonialism and the City. And in this particular chapter, we'll try to understand that how the Britishers came and how they targeted our cities, and thereafter how they converted our old cities into the metropolitan cities. So let us discuss the video. Before the arrival of the British, what was the condition when the Britishers came here, or even before that, what was the condition of cities in India? We have to understand that when Britishers were not there, or before the arrival of the Britishers, multiple cities were there in India. Like some were known as temple towns or temple cities, some are known as trade cities, temple towns like Madurai, some are port cities like Surat, and some are manufacturing towns or cities like Decca. So we have to understand that in India already many different types of cities were in existence, and all were well known for different activities. In most part of the Western world, modern cities emerged with industrialization. We need to understand at the same time in Britain, many important industrial cities were growing up like Leeds and Manchester in the 19th and 20th century. And after that, of course, more and more people started looking for job and other facilities in these places because it became the industrial hub or industrial city. So we need to understand here, we compared two important segments here. First of all, we discussed that before the emergence of Britishers in India, or before the arrival of Britishers in India, what was the condition of Indian cities. So we came to understand that Indian cities were very prosperous. They were known for different type of activities. And thereafter we discussed that in Britain, few Manchester cities, or you can say few industrial cities grew up, like Manchester and Leeds, and they became important center of industrialization. Now, what exactly happened to our cities when the India became colony of Britain, or how the Britishers targeted our old colonies, or old cities? We need to understand that when the Britishers came here, they started the process of de-urbanization. So we will discuss later on what is de-urbanization. We need to understand first of all that when they came, they targeted our cities and they started the process of de-urbanization, and after that they established many presidency states or presidency cities in India. We need to understand at the time many small cities or many important cities at the time were replaced and new cities grew up. We need to understand that many old cities were there, like Surat was there, Srirangapatnam was there, and even Delhi was there. They lost their values over the time when the Britishers came, and Britishers, they established their own important cities like Kolkata, Madras, Bombay. So Britishers came and they replaced our old cities with the new one, and these new cities like Bombay, Madras or Kolkata was termed as presidency cities because it became important center for British administration or for British traders. Now, as I discussed that we need to understand what is the process of de-urbanization. So basically de-urbanization is a term used for cities which becomes less important as they lose the status which they might have enjoyed in the past. So de-urbanization is just the opposite word of urbanization. It means the city that was once urbanized, now it will lose its value and it will become de-urban area, or it will lose its value. It will decline from the status of big cities to the small one. So that is de-urbanization. So first of all, Britishers came here and they targeted our old cities, the flourished cities, and de-urbanization started. Now, as we took the name of Delhi, Delhi also lost their value. We need to understand very important segment is there. How many Delhis before New Delhi? We all know that New Delhi is the capital of India, but question is how it was formed. It was not formed overnight. So many Delhis were there before the emergence of New Delhi or before the construction of New Delhi. So let us discuss about that. We all know that it is the capital of modern India, and it has been capital for more than 1,000 years. But with some gaps. As many as 14 capital cities were made in the small areas of about 16 square miles on the left bank of river Yamuna, and the most splendid was Shah Jahanabad, was made by Shah Jahan. So Delhi was once known as Shah Jahanabad. First of all, it was established as a Shah Jahanabad by Shah Jahan, and after that, we all know how the journey started. Now, Shah Jahanabad was a special city, the most beautiful and historic capital made by Shah Jahan, and all the historic places of Delhi that we know today, like Red Fort, Jama Masjid, and Chandni Chowk, were made during this particular time. So basically, the Red Fort, Jama Masjid, and Chandni Chowk that we see today as the part of New Delhi, actually it was the part of Shah Jahanabad. Packed mohallas, bazaars, dargah, and Eidgahs were other features of the city. So what was special about the Shah Jahanabad? That it was made up of many mohallas. Bazaars were there, very packed bazaars were there, and Eidgahs were there. These were the important features of the city. So we need to understand, this is how we discussed about the old Delhi and how the Delhi emerged. So this is all about in this video. Thank you so much.